Hey besties, welcome back to my channel and come along with me as we head to the market. So, on this very beautiful sunny day of all days, I was motivated to go to the market because I was craving stew. You can spot my umbrella, you can spot my bag. I did not come for jokes because I actually wanted everything to fit in one place. Of course, it's Wusi Market. There would always be traffic. Of course, it's Wusi Market. You have to pay a toll before you gain access into the market. Of course, it's Wusi Market. The taxi drivers always expect you to pay for the toll fee. Okay, so away from that, this is actually my very first time since 2024 stepping into the market. Okay, so I didn't see the need to wander all over the market like I would always do, try to explore. But since there were things for stew, I just headed down to get a few things that I needed, like tomatoes, veggies, pepper, the types of peppers that I needed for this particular stew. Without further ado, let's just go over and start preparing things for the stew. So to make it work a little bit easier, I just go ahead and prepare everything. My tomatoes are all washed. My pepper, the onion, the Tatashé, you can see Oshombo and the ordinary pepper. I have also peeled my ginger and carefully washed my garlic and turmeric. These medicinal herbs and spices alone would elevate the taste of your food and the aroma as well. I would go ahead and make a paste out of it just by adding a little bit of water and just letting it sit while I add my onion, added a little bit of water as well, and I just continued blending. It was smooth because I needed it to be smooth. Okay, so I actually made two different pastes, one from the tomato and the other one from the ginger, the garlic, onion, and the pepper. Okay, so you can spot the paste from the pepper, the ginger, and all of that, and the tomato paste. And right here are my spices and seasonings. You can spot the cubes, the seasoning cubes. You can also see the dry tomato paste. I'm used to using dry tomato paste, my onions, just all of the things that I need for this small stew, my goat meat. Okay. So, and of course, I added a little bit of vegetables because why not? I like to add veggies in my stew. I'm so used to that. Okay, so moving in, I have just, marinated my meat for just a few minutes. Spiced it up with all of that medicinal herbs that you saw previously, the ginger, the garlic, rosemary, thyme, curry, chicken seasonings, and I allowed it to boil for at least 10 minutes because I needed it to be quite soft. And as well, I dried my tomato paste for about 10 minutes just to let the water evaporate. So straight up, we're headed to the main event for today, which is cooking this very beautiful stew. Okay, so just a bit of disclaimer. I'm not here to teach you how to make stew, but I just want you to watch me as I prepare my own stew in my own kind of way. So in a heated pot, I already added oil, turned in my onion, and allowed the flavor to, go into that oil a little bit. Added my dry tomato paste and gave it a stir because it was all in lumps and I needed them to, just go into a fine paste. I left it for 5 minutes. Then I went ahead to put the fresh tomato paste that you saw me grind and dry. I continued to stir because I needed the dry tomato and the fresh one to be tight buddies in the pot. And if you're not a fan of dry tomato paste, go ahead and skip this process and continue to fry your fresh tomato paste. Again, this is the absolute best time to add your spices because you need them to cook properly in the tomato paste and also for your oil to get a good hang of the spices. That's what makes my stew, taste so nice. You can choose to skip this process. You can just fry your tomatoes and wait until you add whatever stock you're using, be your chicken broth, your meat stock, or whatever it is, before you go ahead to taste and add spices, etc. But hey, like I said earlier, I'm not teaching you how to make stew, you're just watching me make my own type of stew. At this point, my kitchen was already filled with so much aroma and it's nicely scented from the herbs that I used to prepare my paste. Again, I'm going over to put my meat stock. I gave it a good stir to make sure that everything is okay. Mind you, earlier when I was putting my spices in my tomato paste, I did not add seasoning cubes. I just added salt and just chicken seasoning powder. Just a little. After 5 minutes, I went over to add my meat because I like it to cook a bit in my stew and also, add a bit of its own flavor into my tomato. Mhm, if that makes sense to you. So I already added enough pepper paste that I needed, so I have to add the rest of them in a jar, like in a tight container, and send it into the fridge ASAP. And just like that, and quite easy, the stew is ready to be served. I wasn't expecting this stew to be this much, but nevertheless, I have a lot of stew to myself. This stew smells so nice. The aroma is something else and out of this world. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. And this is me dishing out my just little portion of food to munching. Thank you. I'll see you in my next episode. Thank you again for your love and support. It's still your girl, Queen Gemezo. I love you all. See you next time. Bye bye.
I'm fading